The diminutive teenagers are back at it again. After going dormant in August, the rivalry between Hasbulla and Abdu Rozik exploded at UFC 267 with a scuffle breaking out as the two met outside the Octagon. The viral video has now reignited speculation about their beef and the possibility that there actually may eventually be a fight between the two. Even though I promised I wouldn't be doing this, it's just irresistible. Let's dive back in. Hosted in Abu Dhabi, UFC 267 featured a whole gang of Russian fighters, and Hasbulla flew in to support them. Before the fight, Hasbulla once again proved himself to be a social media master, sending an English language shout out to Dana White, head of the UFC.
Dana White, I'm coming to UFC Abu Dhabi. See you and be ready.
To which he got this response.
Hasbulla, I'm on the plane. I'm on Etihad right now on my way to Abu Dhabi. I cannot wait for our meeting, and I cannot wait to see you.
The two did meet ringside, but it looks like it was more of a social meeting. Just, you know, a casual, friendly greeting more than a business meeting.
What's up, my man?
But it's a pretty big deal, I think, that Dana White now acknowledges the existence of Hasbulla and, you know, knows who he is. That might lead to something in the future. We can only speculate at this point. Hasbulla famously has a friendship with Khabib and also seems to be quite close friends with Islam Makhachev, who was fighting that night, who along with 7 other Russians won their bouts. The Russian dominance on the night proving that Hasbulla is a potent mascot, or perhaps even some kind of shaman. Over the last few months, it seems that Abdu Rozik has made the UAE his home away from home and seems to be focusing on his singing and his comedy. I wouldn't be surprised if Abdu was a tad annoyed, maybe even jealous that Hasbulla could just jet in and cause a fuss and steal away a lot of the attention on his home turf.
Thank you for business, motherfucker.
In the week, he fired a few shots at Hasbulla on his platforms, with the most popular being a video of him asking Dana White whether he prefers Wagyu beef burgers or plastic strawberries.
Dana White, do you like Wagyu burger or do you like plastic club meat burger?
Choose wisely. On arrival and continuing through the night, Hasbulla did what Hasbulla does best. He roamed the stadium punching professional fighters. A few of them may not have known that he's an adult. Eventually, he met Abdu Rozik, and, well, take a look for yourself. I'm getting the sense here that it's just like, oh, the baby needs to go to bed, that kind of thing. Seems a bit lighthearted. And then charge. So I have no clue what started this. Maybe, you know, legitimately angry with each other. More likely just for the social media clout. If you do know, let me know in the comments below. Hasbulla threw out a few of his trademark kicks, even landing one, which it looks like Abdu Rozik seems to have completely shrugged off, suggesting that Hasbulla might need to keep working on his grappling and takedowns if he ever gets in the octagon with the beefier Abdu Rozik. And yeah, I guess now we know why Hasbulla is always wearing a tracksuit. He is ready to roll at a drop of a hat. It's clear that Hasbulla is just having a good time, getting in the mind of Abdu Rozik, driving him utterly insane. We get to see again Abdu Rozik's amazing rage face. You don't want to make him angry. You don't want to see him angry. Or do we? After the fights, Dana White had this to say about the scuffle between Abdu Rozik and Hasbulla.
No, last thing for me, a scuffle in the crowd between Hasbulla and Abdu. I just, you know, no one wants to see that sort of carnage. Can we get them in the cage to sort this out properly?
Yeah, that was funny. I don't know what the deal is with those two, why they don't like each other, but
yeah. People too similar, you know, fall out all the time. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. It's a rough business.
Book it.
All right.
Dana, right here next to him.
So, based on that response, I think we can agree that Dana White is not interested in putting Abdu Rozik and Hasbulla in a UFC octagon. The man has dedicated his life to building the UFC into a legitimate professional sport. He's achieved that. I don't know what the incentive would be to get these two youngsters in the ring, even with the renewed hype and interest in their fight. That doesn't stop Tamaev, who says that he has been in contact with Dana. Yeah, so who knows? But I personally would say that it's highly unlikely, and it's just yet another stunt by Tamaev to get more followers on Instagram. Tamaev was not at the fight, and his latest post has him smashing up CD's windshield and allegedly giving away a BMW if you unfollow all the people he follows. Why would he lie to you? So that's the update of this week's shenanigans. I have to say that I'm more skeptical than ever. Fool me once, you know. I'm impressed though at how both young men seem to be thriving. I really think it's impressive. Good for them. And if it does go down, again, based on this video, I'm still backing the sheer raw power and rage of Abdu Rozik. What about you guys? Do you think the fight's back on? Let me know in the comments below, and take a look at my Hasbulla playlist and some of my other videos too, please. As always, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks guys, bye bye.